Hello everybody and welcome to GT Sport, where I'm doing my first commentary session on the GT Sport game, where I'm actually going to be spending time with the Invictus Racing League. Yes, if you're watching this on the Invictus Racing League channel, hello, how are you doing? My name is JB and I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings. But before we do anything else, let's say where we are, because right now I'm trying to work out how a keyboard works on this game. Hold on, I've got it's all written out for me. F11 is the button I need to press. There we go. So we have 5 drivers on track here in Suzuka. We're looking right now at the Toyota. I love this spectator fan, by the way, because I can just do this and I can find out, because this is Pepe in the Toyota, the number 79 car, as he comes up into the hairpin at Suzuka. Yes, if you don't know who I am, my name is JB. I am normally found in Formula 1, actually. Normally found off in the Formula 1 leagues doing commentary, but tonight I've decided to jump over and have a look at an LMP1 car. And I was kind enough to be invited over by Invictus to come and give you a nice bit of a stream. So yeah, I'm hoping that you'll see a lot more of me on the channel soon. And obviously this is being streamed on my personal channel, because I'm an inventive person and I need it. So, looking at Pepe right now, we're actually going to try and take the names off. No, I want ooh, that's driver information, don't want that. So we want this one without the names. Okay, so I love this streaming platform, by the way. I love just the fact that I've got a keyboard in front of me and I'm working on the keyboard. So yes, I've got if I answer questions in the chat, that's just for my personal chat. So let's have a look at, you know what, we'll look to Pepe for a bit. Let's have a look at P2, that's not P2. Where's P3? Look at the Red Bull car in the Porsche. That is the Porsche 919 Hybrid from 2016. The Red Bull car of Dossis, I'm going to say, Dossis. Hello Cami, how you doing my dear? Oh, this is going to be an inventive qualifying session. So, if you want to know what the race format of this is, we're looking at the number 1 car. The race format is, we'll have a 30, right now we're in a 20-minute practice session, which is also going to be qualifying. Look at the turning speed of the Porsche there as he comes through Dunlop and into Degner. Whoa, we're going under the bridge though. Yeah, so we'll have a 20-minute practice session and then we're going to go straight into a 30-minute endurance race where we'll have at least 1 pit stop in that race, which will be really fun to look at. And then we'll be having a look at, then we'll be having a 15-minute reverse grid sprint race with these cars. Yellow flag somewhere. It's further up. I think it's Pepe. No, it's not. It's not Pepe. It's someone further down. Let's see if I can find out who it is. It is, in fact, the brawn car of Sam. And let's see if I can get this replay camera working to this one. Is that how it works? No. There is a replay camera function on this game, but I'm not sure how it works. I think it only goes to the race. But there's Sam Smith, championship leader with the JB helmet. Oh, like me. The Brawn GP. I think he's in the Porsche as well. He is at SC, is in the Porsche. Oh, I love that livery. Get in there, says Sam Smith in chat. I need to work out how to turn that off. So let's go back to who we're looking at. Let's have a look at P4. I don't think we've seen him yet. The number 22 car in the Porsche. Tom with the Scottish helmet with David Coulthard as he runs up towards 130R. Here, the number 22 car powering down into the corner where Jules Bianchi had his accident so many years ago now to come through. Look at that turn. These guys are so much more talented than me. The red, white and blue car breaking now into the chicane. The chicane looking a little bit more different. I believe if I hit J, oh no, it was K, we'll get a nice angle. If we, yeah, the chicane looking a little bit different here in than on the Formula 1 games. As we see Thomas go fastest. Can't see what time he's done, but he is quickest right now. We look at the varied camera angles. The man with the Honda badge on the front of his car, so maybe Honda power unit in the back of that Porsche 919 chassis. I've got some interesting facts about the 919 actually. Courtesy of my brother. He went and had a race. No, what am I looking at? He had an apprenticeship. Oh, look at the Toyota, the 77 Toyota of Zurich. I'm so bad at names, I do apologise. I'm just going to go TK. But the 919 hybrid, actually, the electrical systems, the hybrid one was all done by Williams. Yeah, Williams Grand Prix did that. So, I'm not sure what will happen. But nevertheless, Hunter Racing in the forces, right? Yeah, the joys of GT Sport with the ability to change the engine manufacturer just by one thing. Let's have a look at this. So with NK, as we see the Red Bull going off track. Yeah, here we go, Daniel. Nice to see you joining us. Look at this, so we see 1 second ahead of everyone else. No, Sam Smith going even faster in the Brawn car. That's what I like to see with the Brawn as he runs down into turn 1. Look at this, turn 1, little left as he runs through. Actually, let's have a look at our driver stats, because this is all the information we've got from the driver. This is obviously Sam Smith's Brawn as he comes through the very tight and twisty SS section with the Red Bull car in front of him. These two teams in Formula 1 had a massive fight throughout the 2009 season. Oh, there's a big crash in front. Not sure who that was. Really not sure who that was. We'll try and bring up all the info once more as I try and remember how to press the buttons. That one. Nope. That one. Nope. This will be a regular occurrence if I'm on here. Which one was it? 11. That's the one. Well, there we go. Then H. There we go. I'll get there eventually. JB never fails. I don't fail much. Well, I try to. I'm trying to work out this keyboard, and it's very interesting. You can just hear it clicking in the background. As we look at the 21 car, I believe that is. Yeah, the 21 car of Sam. He's in. So we're going to switch off him and go have a look at who's in 8th. The other Brawn car, the 39 car, WWFC. I should call it F1FC. I like that. FC. With the 07 at the end of his name, the British driver. We're going to take the driver names off though, so if I hit that button, then that one. There we go. Sorry, I don't like having the driver's names on, because I can use my fun button, which is this one, to get information. No helmet. Oh yeah, there is a helmet. The Joker's on his helmet. I was actually watching the Dark Knight earlier. Yeah. Random thoughts. So, as we're looking now at the second Brawn car, the 39 car, as he comes through the S's now. Whoa, it's giving off into gravel. Luckily catching the car, so it doesn't end up into gravel. Crashing around as we see they're all on the purple super soft tyres. What can the 39 do though? As we look at the Brawn, come up towards the second sector of the lap and towards the bridges and the hairpins that Suzuka was so famous for. Big car down through. What lap times at the moment? I can't say the lap times or any differences. That is a question that I wish I could know. This is qualifying as well as practice, so I'm not too sure how I find out what the top lap times are. To be completely honest. Again, I'm very foreign to this. Here we go. Live timings. Current timings are... The fastest lap time is a 1:42.5 by Sam Smith, ahead of MTK 1:43.2. So yeah, we can have a nice look at the circle map as well. Look at that. But we won't look at that too much. There we go. All too much information for me to know. Then I go back here. Take this back up. There we go. So I can check on that. That's very interesting. Thank you, Cammy, for reminding me that I'm not a moron. Whoa, big accident though for F1FC. And FC trying to get back on track now for the Brawn. I'm so happy to say that I can commentate on the Brawn as he cuts across the track. Let's have a look at K. Look at that, looking for a bit of tarmac to get the car on, to get it restarted as they pass the blue flag Marshall. Marshall's having a better job in this game than in the Formula 1 games. Let's have a look at who's in P3. Have a look at him, yeah, I don't believe. On deck. To come through. Wow, that's a very beautiful but plain livery on the. See who it is. I believe it's a Toyota. As they pull into pit lane, there's Manta. Look at the pit stop there though. And the Firestone car released and set back on track. Here's Manta. Currently sat in a crisp P3. Right, who do we want to look at yet? Let's have a look at 6 again with the Red Bull car, of course. Just following them around on their outlap, by the looks of it. I believe they're on an outlap. Have a look at their throttle inputs. Whoa, big oversteer mode, big slide there for the number 1 car as he slides way off track. Luckily caught it though, so that he didn't end up in the gravel. Oh, that's the wrong button again. That one. The casino chicane. Thank you, Cammy. I don't know corner names. I know very little corner names about Japan. I know Silverstone purely down to the fact that I go there every weekend marshalling. I think the next time I'm marshalling in Silverstone is drawing car. So that'd be a nice one. I think I'm flagging. So looking at the Porsche, the Red Bull Porsche running a slightly wide there. Looks to be a little bit of lag from Dosis. I'm going to stick with Dosis. I apologise once more if I get names wrong. It's a Degna. See, I know I'm going to get it right. The bridge is called a crossover. I feel like I'm going to get told this a lot that I'm making mistakes. Then the hairpin. Yeah, okay. I'm getting co-commentary tips from there. If you want to know what's being said, come over on my channel and have a look, because I'm getting told off about how I'm terrible at it. Then the long left-hander is called Springer. I will get to the names eventually through the race, so I'm just preferring. A little bit of damage though on the Red Bull car as I'm getting told off in the chat, because eventually I'll learn how to do commentary correctly. But a little bit of damage for Dawson's number one car as he comes down. Through the S's and up towards Degna. Am I doing this correctly now, Cammy? God, been streaming on YouTube for about a week and suddenly she's obsessed with getting it all right. No, I'm helping. Yes, you are. Yeah, you are. You're helping me a lot more because you actually remind me of things. Oh, off the road though, comes the number one into the barrier. Big hit though. Oh dear. No damage sustained. Majorly damage at least sustained by the number one car. Let's have a look at the car. Oh yeah, there's a bit of damage on that front right side. So if we go on board that front right side, need a little bit of damage. Obviously, if they got it repairing, or if he's going to have to pit to have that changed, I think he'll have the pit to get repaired. Obviously, the big thing about the 919 hybrid is the fact that it self-regenerates in the straights. Oh, is he going wide again, the spoon? Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel came a proper with one another in 2018. Take this off, put this back on, take this off, put this one back on, and go back to this one. So, running down into 130R now as he slides through. I think we'll see him pit at the end of his lap, the number one car. Making hard into the casino chicane. Am I still doing this right, Cammy? Are we going to see number one car pit? No, it looks like the car has repaired itself and is continuing on. These cars built to go for a record 24 hours race. Look at that brilliant camera angle there for Dorsis, that's what I went for. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I should have a co-comps next week in the form of, I think, what I was told was Billy. Correct me if I'm wrong, any of the Invictus fans. There's the number 22 car, the Honda car, really struggling, but he is currently fifth. But we'll have a look at what the fastest lap time is right now, which is still Sam Smith with a, he's even going faster right now on his current lap time. A 1:41.5 is still the fastest lap time. You come out of this and get this back on. I wish I was going to turn that chat off. There's probably worse. Nope, that one. Take off the name, put that one. One day I'll get this all right. It's a completely different system. It's a whole different. I'm used to streaming on the F1 games, so this is a big shock to me to be chucked into the deep end with such amazing drivers and such great cars to look at. I wish you could see the camera right now because I'm doing hand gestures and all sort of flapping around. Let's have a look at the other. Oh, okay. That's the wrong one. I'm pressing F8, not 8. There we go. Let's have a look at the number 39 car of FC. The other Brawn car. I think that looks beautiful on that car. If you don't know, Brawn is actually my favourite Grand Prix car. I'd take part in one of these races. I love the 919. Yeah, the 919's a good car. I've currently got the SMP livery on it because I like SMP. But I wish that I could find a Ginetta livery for a few of these to see it ghosting ever so slightly through the hairpin. Big oversteer moment there as he gets on acceleration. Even worse though, as he tries to catch it, ends up on the grass, catching it round though and getting it back onto track. Running down for FC. Let's have a look at where his teammate is though right now, coming through. Oh, I've just noticed his teammate having the British flag on the front windscreen of the car and on the little aero winglets there. Yeah, the 1989 Benetton one, was that? 1989 Benetton. You might actually have to text me that one, Cammy, because I can't remember that one off the top of my head. I'm just going to have a moment and just have a complete, I'm going to have a nerd moment here, because look at the lights in the cars. They actually have the 3 lights working in the game. So thanks who, I think it's Konami. Yeah, it might be Konami that made it. As we look at Manta's car, Race to Rule team. The Toyota, the highest paid Toyota right now is P3. The top 2 though, the highest paid Toyota though is MTK, with the anime girls on his helmet. I like judging helmets in fact. But Sam Smith is currently still provisional pole here as we head towards the 30-minute practice session. We've only got a few minutes. Konami did make this. No, who was it? It was, I was told a while ago who made this one. Polyphony Digital Media. Digital, yeah. I am so blonde, honestly, I'm so blonde. The beard is still blonde. Hopefully everyone in Invictus gets to know me as we look back at the Honda car. Only a few more minutes left of qualifying right now. We are going to be going at 8:55. Our streaming time is currently 8:52. So we're looking at the number 22 car of Tom. Corner. I do apologise. I do have mild dyslexia, so I am pretty crap with names. Currently in the pits, the 23 car. Ooh, big fueling there as Toyota was waiting. Deployed. Waiting for fuel. The number 23 car still waiting as it goes on for its final laps here in Japan for the qualifying session. Getting released on the track alongside Pepe, I think there was. They both come straight on track rather than going for the pit lane. Going along the pit lane outing there, but the Hungarian driver in the number 23 car knowing that he's got to get through. Where's Sim4 Sunday? I've sort of put a hold on all of that because I got bored. I liked Sims 4 Sunday, I did, but I got pretty bored of it because times changed and I wasn't able to stream much on all of this. So let's have a look. So the leader, the current pole today in pits. The Brawn car gets released. His teammate, though, is currently in P8. In the other Brawn car, the other 919 as the yellow flags are waving, coming up to the last 2 minutes of qualifying here. Should get started for the race in a minute. I wonder if I'm going to get chucked on spectator mode as we look at the Brawn car. Well, looks to be right now, pole position is going to go to Sam Smith by 0.2 of a second. We'll see as the British driver rolls back on track. Let's try and find someone on a lap. I think P7 Tom. We've seen him a lot. Let's have a look again at the Hungarian, the number 23 car. Currently 3 seconds off the pace and only just ahead of Tom. Corner, I'm going to go corner or Connor. I'm so bad with names. R2R. 3 minutes left. I've got 2 minutes, so I don't know what Sam's saying. 3 minutes left as we see the 23 car coming braking hard into the casino chicane. Now up and round and then Firestones on this car as we look at the Toyota coming right down towards turn 1. Not really making a move zone as we look at Kate. Yeah. So he's giving the grass a little bit on entry and lifting off as it comes through, braking hard though into turn 2. Now into the S's comes the Hungarian, looking to improve on the current lap time of the P6, looking to head up the field and hopefully challenge the pole position alongside Sam. R2R though, struggling a bit. The car doesn't seem to be happy throughout this section as we head towards Degner. What can we do? There's a parked car though, as we're coming up to it. We should have waved yellow flags in a moment. Whoa, very wide though for the driver in front of us, R2R. We get back onto the off-wall shot very well to keep that out of the barriers. There's the yellow flags. It's someone, it's a blue car by the looks of it. I think it's Manta. Let's have a look, see if it's P4. No, it's not. Who was that though? Was that P2? It was MTK. So, let's have a look again at the driver who we believe has got pole position right now. Where's Pepe though? That's not Pepe, that's Pepe. The 79 car powering up now towards 130R with the race for Anton on the back of the car, the engine cover. I've seen these cars in real life and they're fiercely fast, especially these 2016 ones. I just noticed none of them running the Audi R18 though. That's my favourite. I think that's the best looking one. It comes through the casino chicane. What a camera angle right there. Comes around the final corner now, powering down towards the line. Very short run to the line, and it's just, I think, an improvement on his lap time, but still a lot of damage on the front of that car. Remember, 30-minute endurance session coming up in a few. We'll continue the full coverage here on my personal channel, and obviously I assume that we'll be seeing the admins of Invictus returning this video onto the channel. I wonder if we have a bit of a late drama with fuel. No? Yeah, fuel is out here on Pepe's car. So the number 77 car has run out of fuel at the last stages of qualifying, and the 22 car taking advantage of the Ghost. The second place car is out of fuel and is in serious trouble if it wants to improve on the current lap time. Shouldn't have long to go though. Through 130R comes Sam Smith, I believe that was. Yeah, it is. Back to main F1, F11. Here we go. It wasn't Sam Smith, it was the other Brawn car of FC, who's actually way in the barrel. What's FC looking at right now? Hybrid. Cammy. Out of fuel, but keeps driving. Sam Smith has started the final, so Sam Smith on pole position here for the 30-minute endurance race of Suzuka. The final will begin now. We should be able to run through the grid in a moment. But yeah, the hybrid keeps it going, I think. That's the excuse. Standing start here in Suzuka. So Sam Smith is on pole position ahead of MTK, ahead of Dossis, and then RTR, then Pepe, then Tom, then another RTR, then Pepe, then Tom, and FC. Lights out and away we go here, and it's a good start from Sam Smith in P1 ahead of MTK, but they're all charging down. There's 3 wide. Look at the 22 car of Tom as he comes through to 1. It all seems to be pretty okay as we cut through to try and catch up with everything that's happening. Let's go on board with LTR, Hungarian driver in P7 right now. A slowdown penalty for them as they come up along the S's for the first time round, and it's P1 and P2 as it stands, and P3 Dossis is in serious under pressure, from Tom. I really can't talk right now. Let's get those names off and get it back up to just how we like it. So the number 1 car looking to overtake the 77 car as soon as possible. What can the second place do? Remember, 30 minutes and we will see a pit stop at some point in this session. Come into the hairpin for the first time now. Keeping eyes forwards as you see the Swedish driver. Whoa! Move on the back though. Tom under pressure from Manta. Let's see if we can catch that. Manta side by side here on lap 1, still racing like it's a Formula 1 race of the last time. Manta is through and Tom has dropped behind the, there's no number on that car, so dropped behind the Toyota. The Toyota now is going to hunt down the 919 in front of it. We'll see what can happen. Porsche versus Toyota, obviously historic story, but right now, if we look on board with, this is going to be very difficult because I can't see everyone's live time, so I don't know how far everyone is apart. So I just have to wing it. If I miss some moves, I can only apologise. But we do actually have the replay function right now, so if I just hit C, I believe we can see. Now, yeah, we do have a replay function right now. It's looking through. Looking at that coming through the chicane and running down there. So I apologise for trying to work out how the replay system all works. Right now, let's have a look at P8 right now. That is the 23 car who looks to have had some damage on the first lap, drop way behind, maybe a spin for the 23 car, and the hybrid is under serious pressure, is going to be in some serious words with his team at the end of this race. So let's go back and look at Tom, who I think in the Honda is under pressure from Pepe. Here's number 6, is the P6 car of Pepe. Trying to find the best camera angle. I think K is always the best camera angle. So we look at the 23 car. Oh, he's wide. He's at the moment. He's run up on the car on the AstroTurf and he spins all half span round. You see how terrible I am at commentary right now. As we come into the hairpin, we're going to go back on board, We'll head to looking at Smith. There's not really many battles on track right now. I'm relying solely on the mini-map, typically a concept we don't get in Formula 1. Let's have a look at the 4th place man of Manta, who's trying to attack Dorsus. And Sam Smith, 5 seconds in front right now, with 27 minutes. I can read eventually. Oh, just gone down awful at commentating and everything I can do. So looking at Manta, let's see what the Toyota can do. I like that, it's like a testing level on Manta's car. So the Firestone-led car running down into turn 1. Manta's last lap time was a 1:46. Look at Pepe in the background, P6. You made a mistake last time round. You're going to try and get up on the back of Tom. He's very quick right now. Let's see what Arboranch can do in defence. Keep our eyes focused forward though, and the Ascona. I'm sorry if I mispronounce people's names, I can only apologise. Look at the spectators though, all looking very happy as we look at the 8-car grid here in Invictus LMP. Sam Smith, the race leader by 3.5 seconds, well 3.6, and rising as we come into the hairpin. And now if you look at 2nd place coming under pressure a little bit from the 919 of Dorsus, and right now the Toyota is in a 919 sandwich. So I wonder what will happen as they come through with 25.5 minutes left on the clock here. And then remember we have a 15 minutes in sprint racing straight afterwards, which will mean no pit stops, flat out to the end. We'll see what these drivers can do. Whoa, a little bit of sideways action from Dorsus's, the Red Bull car's rear end. The 919 trying to hunt down the Toyota in front. Oh, look who's catching, I think, the 39 car. Nope. The 39 car of FC is starting to catch Pepe, who's obviously made a few mistakes in the last couple of laps. Get some variant cameras up and tracking shots of the 39 car as he comes into the Casino Chicane. The 39 having to think about trying to catch Pepe in front. If Pepe keeps driving the way he is with the mistakes that he's got on his little shoulder, he is going to be in a bit of trouble. I don't really like to have a co-commentator with me bouncing things off, but I think I'll be having that next week. As we see, whoa, big mistake from FC as he locks up a little bit. Well, it sounds like he locked up, but he went wide. The tyres squealing and back on track at turn 2. You know what? Let's see if we can have a look at that again from this angle. Yes, we can. So we have a replay here as we come through turn 1. Look at how wide he went. He just dipped a wheel on the curb. So the 919 in trouble as he gets back on track. Let's leave the replay camera now. And back to live racing here. I love that replay camera. I'm going to have to play with that a whole lot more. Let's have a look at P6. It's Pepe looking on the back on top once more. And they're all starting to speed up a little bit. And they're all trying to test and see if they can make it on a one-stop strategy. Big sideways, sorry, a bit deep there from Pepe as I completely forget how to commentate. So the Toyota now powering down towards Spoon. I'll tell you now, another Toyota coming under pressure is, another Toyota to pile on the pressure. It looks to be Manta. As a wide, Pepe has got wide. And let's have a look from the, let's go, this one. Okay, that's me. Let's go on board with Pepe as he runs up towards Spoon and see what happened there. Let's get the action in, see if he did lock up. Looks like he has ABS on, so braking a little bit hard. And just runs out wide onto the curb and gets sucked out wide by the natural pull of the cars. Back to live racing though here as we come through the Casino Chicane. I love this replay function. I'm going to gas my this. Oh, wide now for Pepe. Let's not look at the replay of that because we saw what happened. He just drifted out wide once more and hit the gravel. I've experienced with commentary. I never say anything good. So let's have a look. I think Manta is under pressure now from Tom a little bit. No, sorry, it's Manta putting pressure on Dorsus, the Swedish driver under pressure from the Hungarian. Still trying to work out a number on that car. I think there might be a number hidden somewhere. But what can the Hungarian do as he's 1.6 seconds ahead, behind of Dorses, 2 seconds through there as they come under the crossover bridge. This is the only figure of 8 track on the Formula 1 calendar. Look how deep the Toyota went through there. So much more confidence on the brakes now as he breaks a second. I wonder if something happened to Dorses, but we can't check it now. Let's go on board with the Toyota as he looks to get past the 9-1 line into Spoon, deciding if he's going to make a move in Spoon. He's looked to the inside, but bailing out of its own dummy. The Swedish driver off and wide, and it has almost worked. Back to the main camera angles, and let's go on board with the third place man, and let's actually look behind him because I love this camera angle. Look at that. Looking right behind him, we can see how close the Toyota gets under braking as he powers down towards 130R now, coming through the chicane, the corner now into the chicane in a few moments right here, braking hard. He looks to the inside still. Back to the live footage as the third place man, the number 1 car, is trying his hardest to keep the unnumbered Manta car behind him. What can the Toyota do? Can he get past this time round? Going on board with the Toyota. Want to remember what number we're looking at. Into turn 1, little bit of gap gain. So it must have been a mistake further on for the number 1 car to have lost all that time to come through the S's. Once more, these tight and twisty sector really struggles on a pad if there are any pad users in here. And if it's Cammy, you can give me a wheel perspective in my chat. If you're still watching, give me a wheel perspective on how the S is feeling on the steering wheel. I don't have a steering wheel, I'm cheap. I have my keyboard. One of those poor guys that plays their games on keyboards. Looking now again at the Toyota, the Red Bull car in front. Gained a lot of time, so that might be the difference between the steering wheel and the controller there through the S's. We look up through Dunlop, well, sorry, Dunlop sponsored hairpin. Cars all pretty spread out right now. Our race leader is still Sam Smith, ahead of MTK and ahead of Dorsis, who's under pressure though from Manta. 1.2 seconds is the gap, but Manta's gone wide at Spoon, and the Toyota has lost all the time he gained. Let's have another look at that. I'm playing too much with the replay camera. As we go back to replay here, through towards Spoon, let's go on board with him. Again, same situation. Live at too much speed, drifts out wide, doesn't get sucked out onto the tarmac runoff, but does end up losing a lot of time to the car in front. So, let's look behind at Pepe, who I think is having another crack at Tom. So Pepe get up to as we look at the P5 driver, 22 car. Oh, they seem to close up in the chicane on the map, but nothing drastic. 19 minutes still on the clock here in Suzuka, lap 7 out of however many we'll get in this not Grand Prix, in this race here at the Japanese circuit, built by Honda as a test circuit. So wouldn't we make it for Tom to get on the podium there? It'd be great to see Tom on the podium in the Honda powered 919. But I think, barring any, well, I don't know, pit stops are still yet to come. I don't know when pit stops are going to come. Maybe halfway through. What are we? Half an hour race, so maybe 15 minutes in. We'll have a pit stop. They'll pit onto different top line tyres. As we look at the Honda car, the hybrid Honda. Didn't have much luck to start with in Formula 1, but eventually got it all sorted once I joined the Red Bull program with Toro Rosso. I love the design of these guys' cars. They're so much more competent over what some of the stuff I build up. I've never been good at designing LMP cars. But I just managed to do a super formula car. Bright lights shining even in the day here at Suzuka as the drivers all look towards overtaking. Back on board with Pepe, who's currently in P6, looking to pass the 22 car as quickly as possible, and Tom in front of him. He's just doing his best to stay in front. There the tyres complain through 130R on Pepe's car. As they go through, Pepe complaining even more now as he misses his braking point heading towards the barrier. You see he clipped it with the rear end. Shall we have a look at that again? I guess we should. So, here's the replay camera. Through 130R, you see tyres already complaining. There's a little wiggle on the midpoint of the corner that he just misses his braking point. See the car lights up and then a rear locking, I think it almost looked like, with a big slide for the 76 car. And now set back out on track. Back to live racing here on the replay cameras. 17 minutes on the clock now as they head towards lap 8. Let's have a look at our leader though. Sam Smith, championship leader in P1, ahead of everyone else by nearly 10 seconds, but remember, still got pit stops in this race. I wonder what we'll see once the pit stops happen. A couple more atrocities. I wonder if we've seen P7, who's currently the other Brawn car, the number 39 car. I wonder if we've seen him pit or not. Oh, I knocked everything down in my room, so I'm going to have to move something around quickly. I'm very wired up right now. It's very awkward. So, trying to get some views on the other ones, the other drivers in this race, rather than everyone who's actually, there's a battle going on further up. Let's have a look at that. Side by side, Pepe has got through. How did that happen? Let's start the replay now and let's see what happens as they go side by side. Whoa, big accident for Ton, and then you'll see Pepe getting the break of his life as he powers up behind him. Let's have a look at the P6 car. He does just chuck it at the inside at a very inopportune moment there. Ton just has to bail out of it, and that is very helpful. I was told that there were replay cameras. You see Dossis does pit. Dossis pits as I get the fuel on the car now. Ton has left the room, so we've lost Ton. I wonder if that's down to rage or down to frustration that it happened. So Dossis now drops to P5, gets released from the pit stops, so back on track as the yellow flags are waving for the 39 car, and he gets out just in front of Pepe, the man who just made the overtake on the Honda car, which has now retired from the race. Maybe we'll get him back for the reverse grid race. So let's have a look at it from Pepe's point of view. Oh, sorry, Pepe's point of view. There it is. The R2R, sorry, car pits in P7. Let's see what everyone can do. 15 minutes on the clock now. We are reached half distance, half the time's gone. Now more time will go as the cars all come through. Tyres starting to get warm, and Dossis right now looking for the undercut on the drivers in front in the Porsche 919. As we follow him up towards Spoon now. What he do is he looks to undercut Sam Smith and the MTK car. As you see, the Brawn does pit now. Drops to the floor. Now you see him getting pumped for fuel. P2 will not undercut him. The 77 car getting his wheels on. Where is Dossis? Let's have a look at him now, coming up through 130R. This could be close. Will Dossis jump Manta and Sam Smith and MTK? This could have implications in the race. I think we see someone moving. Sam Smith back on track. He's pitted and he's still back in the lead now. As we look at P2, still in the pit box right now. And Dossis has jumped one. Where is Dossis right now? He's in P3. And he is still in P3, so the undercut didn't work right now. No, it did it work? I think my time is a little bit off, but no, it has worked. He is out ahead of Manta. He's gained time on Manta, who was putting under pressure as Pepe pits. So Sam Smith pitted and retains the lead here in IRL's round 2 out of 4. I believe that's 2 out of two rounds consisting of 2 races. This would be interesting to watch. If I get it wrong, did I get it wrong? So the 21 car is leading here in IRL. We look at the LMP League. I did like the LMP series. I jumped at the chance when I saw it being advertised. I jumped at the chance and said, hey, I'll do that. And yeah, here I am. We look at P1. Let's have a look at P2 though. With the variant camera angles. And we'll see what the 77 car can do right now. He's currently in P2. Bit of a clunk as the gearbox complained. Let's have a look. His last lap time was a 2-minute time because he was in the pit lane. The Toyota looking to overtake the Porsche, but the Porsche seems to be quicker right now. But there's a long gap between them, and if it can happen here, and we've seen it happen before with a big incident and then a big overtake later on. And Dottis, he's currently, I think he's going to resign himself to P3 right now, but Manta Rumpa has pitted one lap later than him. So he'll have more fuel to burn, and more tyres to play with. So we'll see what the car can do. So he's going to try and close it. He can run a higher engine mode right now and try and power up and pass the Porsche. So I've got to rearrange my body a little bit so I can lay down. So what can the Toyota do as we're still on board watching it? Is that the 2015 Toyota? No, it's a 2016. I think there's a few that are different, because that's a different nose on that one. I believe that's a different nose. Here we go, nerd visions about to happen right now. So that's got that nose. Let's have a look at P4. It might just be the colour scheme making it change, that's the thing. Because colour schemes really do help, but they are the same car from what I can tell. So the Toyotas are still running that one. These are all obviously LMP1 cars. LMP1's in WEC, the World Endurance Championship, which I actually marshalled a few weeks ago. They're coming to the end of their lifespan, especially the Porsche and in fact the Audi, who we don't have on track tonight. But the Porsche LMP program ended a few seasons ago in the World Endurance Championship as we look towards the hypercar rules that are coming in. But thanks to gaming, we still have these LMP cars to play with, and they're fun to drive. So not many battles on track here as we look towards the last part of the race, and towards the last third of the race. With 10.5 minutes left on the clock. We're in a enthralling enthralling race here in GT Sport. And more to come with the 15-minute race that's coming. The Red Bull car in P3 enjoying himself a little bit, but I wonder how P4's going to feel. P4's going to think about getting through. Manta is going to want to get through and get on the podium for the last 10 minutes of the race, which have begun now. So drivers are going to start to power up their cars and start using, if they've fueled up and done an extra stint, we might see a late pit stop from a few drivers. As my heartburn suddenly goes mental. Let's have a look at our race leader. That is P1, the 21 car of Sam Smith. Looking to enjoy that. Remember, he'll be starting last at the next race. Oh, excuse me. There we go. He'll be starting last in the next race due to winning this race. Well, predominantly saying that he'll win this race. He is currently 8 seconds ahead of everyone else. He can save fuel, save tyres, and just take a nice leisurely drive right now as we head towards lap 13 of the race. Here's P2 right now, the 77 car. Big race for Antoine on this nose. Tell you what, if anyone in the chat wants to interact, best looking LMP1 car, go. Ever. This is any LMP1 car ever you can think of, best looking LMP1 car. I still say it's the Ginetta from this season in WEC. Let's have a look. I think it's P6 right now. The RTR 23 car. Beautiful colour scheme on the 23 as he comes up through the hairpin. Currently a minute 10 behind, but that's fine. Just a bit of in contact earlier on in the earlier on in the race. And the Hungarian down there. Let's have a look at P7. Obviously one retirement in this Grand Prix, and that's Ton in the Honda. The Honda Porsche 919, which has retired from the race. P1 looking very far away. And I think there's Pepe in the 79 car, the other Hungarian. 2 Brits, 3 Hungarians, and a Swede on track tonight. As we head towards 8 minutes on the clock, drivers definitely looking to finish the race strong here. This is long 30 minutes endurance race. And right now, Tossis doing his best job to keep the final step of the podium. And Manta has dropped way behind, so I wonder if there's been a mistake from the Toyota. But Manta powering up towards Spoon now. I wish there was a way to get slow-mo replay, so that'd be cool to see one of the leader right now. We have such a big gap between everyone else. So the leader rattling through the casino chicane as the 21 car comes down towards turn 1. Starting his 14th lap with 7 minutes on the clock. He'll be aware that he has 7 minutes. A little bit of a wiggle on the rear end from the driver with the Sky Sports sponsor on the fin. British flag labelled all over the front and Braun GP on the side. Beautiful little colours on that car. So, racing currently few and far between, and looks like we might be coming up to lap the other Braun car, who's currently in P7 soon. If we see Sam carry on this pace with 5 minutes, coming up towards 5 minutes, last few parts of the race. Race leader is Sam Smith ahead of MK. I'm not going to attempt because it just gets to the point where it's insulting. The MK car in P2. The Hungarian looking for a second place in his Toyota ahead of the 919 Porsche Red Bull car of Dossis. And Dossis is ahead of Manta, who's in P4, who's ahead of Pepe in P5. Then the R2R, I can eventually speak, is in P6. And FC down in P7, one retirement in this race, and that was, of course, Ton in the Honda 919. It seems that seems that Manta might be powering up a little bit with 5 minutes 38 on the clock here at Suzuka. I wonder if Manta's looking to power it up and look to try and make a last few minutes move on the 919 and get onto the podium to make it a double Toyota podium, but still looking to be a Porsche win right now here at Suzuka. You see just in just 3.1 seconds is the gap between Dossis and Manta with the grey, blue and red car looking to capitalise and get closer in the last 4 minutes of the race. There's Pepe coming through the chicane, deciding to take out that cone, I think. I've back to the camera angles. Actually, we'll go to the exciting camera angles, there we go. We'll keep an eye on P3. Right now the battle for P3 is 3 seconds. And we see Manta charging to try and get past. He's definitely quicker right now, is the Hungarian driver. Then the Swede, that's P2, because I know my numbers. But you see the Hungarian is definitely quicker than the Swede at this moment. Is that down to tyres or is that down to fuel mixture? I wonder if Dossis is taking a heavy run now, try and save fuel, while we'll make it to the end without having to make an extra pit stop. I think most of the drivers will make it to the end of the race. Remember, Dossis pitted 1 lap earlier than Manta. It seems that we are having a blue flag. Oh, we got a penalty for Sam. Let's have a look at the replay, see what happened to cause that penalty. Following Sam through 130i, I think he's got the chicane wrong. Comes up and through the chicane now. What is the penalty then? Unsure what the penalty is for the Braun car. So we'll leave the replay camera and we'll head back to live racing there. But that penalty won't really affect him right now as he comes up towards. Actually, we've had a move from. This is the wrong one. We had a move from FC. He has passed the number 7 car. Sorry, the number 23 car. FC is doing his best job to finish in the top 6 of this race. The blue flags are waving right now with 3 minutes on the clock now, as the endurance cars all get ready towards the final stages of the race. So that penalty for Sam Smith. In P1 though, won't affect him. He has 12 seconds ahead of everyone else. He will be getting the blue flags though, and the Hungarian RTR car will have to get out of the way. As the blue flags are still waving for the Hungarian. And through here. Look at that, trying to control the wiggle on the rear end as he tries to close up to the other Brawn as the blue flagged Brawn is getting closer. 2 minutes 10 on the clock. So you get 2 more laps of the track now as it comes down towards turn 1 once more. How the blue flags are active now? Look at the gap difference. That's a massive gap difference. Come on. They don't need to. I don't think the blue flags need to be active that early. It's a bit harsh for R2R. But the gap is like 12 seconds between P1 and P2. So MTK, oh, wide, very wide for the Hungarian driver, into the barrier for him as he gets distracted, I think. And let's have a look at that replay once more from the onboard shot as he comes through the S's. Or just listen as the car loses grip on the marbles. Here's the gravel, spins around, and Sam Smith was thinking, thank my lucky stars, but what a hit on the front end of that car. Lucky the damage will repair itself as he gets back on the road. Screen has frozen as we now back into live racing now. And Sam Smith is through. And it looks like P2 is looking to overtake him as well. Blue flags for the 23 car, who does get out of the way of the 77. The 77 now blasting down. Long gap though, 13 seconds is the gap. 45 seconds on the track as we see the 2 Brawns passing one another. Sam Smith passing up there. I wonder if there'll be a flash of the hazard light saying thank you. Yep, they're flashing saying thank you. With the hazard lights on the 919 spinning. 30 seconds on the clock though. It's been an absolutely enthralling race. I've very much enjoyed commentating on this endurance race. Now heading down towards turn 1 for the penultimate time. 15 seconds left. This will be our last lap of the race. If you're going to overtake, make it soon. Let's have a look at P4. The 79 car looking very comfortable right now. But it seems Manta. So the R2R has finished already. The 7th place car has finished. Because he was lapped, crossing the line now. And these drivers are all finishing. Dorsis, the race is over. Dorsis has finished 3rd. Manta finishing 4th. P1 winning the race though right now is going to be Sam Smith in the Brawn, unless something comes a cropper. The 21 car looking very comfortable to finish it. Let's have a look at Pepe, I think. Pepe's the next driver to finish the race in P5. So Pepe coming through Casino for the final time. Going to finish P5 after a stellar performance. The man with the Dunlop tyres coming through there. Any flashing of lights? Nope, no flashing lights. Finishing in P5. P2 is wide right now, so we'll have a look at the replay of why that was caused. So through the hairpin, just got on the marbles. Yeah, just accelerate a little bit early in car sales out wide. Easier to let the car go wide than to fight it. Let's have a look, because it looks P1 coming through the final couple of corners now. Sam Smith in the Brawn through and towards the left-hander. 30 seconds left on the clock before the AI takes the cars away. Crossing line now, he's happy and he wins the race in P1 ahead of the 77 car of MTK. And MTK enjoying himself. He's going to be on the podium though. The day belongs to Sam Smith, the championship leader in the Brawn. Well done to all the drivers that finished, and commiserations to Tom, who didn't make it. Here are the confirmed places. Well, we would have seen it. Victory, though, goes to Sam Smith. The day belongs to the Brawn driver. Pole position fastest up in all clean laps. Well done, Sam Smith. Well done. Oh, that was entertaining. I quite enjoyed that. A few congratulations there. We'll see the congratulations from the drivers, congratulating Sam, and I think they'll be preparing for their 50 minutes endurance race in a moment. 50-minute endurance race, 50 minutes, what's it called, not endurance, sprint, that's the word I'm looking for, sprint race. I do love looking at the chat. Look at this. Lots of congratulations to Sam. See, the camaraderie is very strong here in IRL. So yeah. How was that race for you, viewers? Obviously, for the IRL guys, if you are seeing this on the channel, hello again. Yeah, just comment below how that was for you. But yeah, for the guys who's watching it live, just enjoy that. So Sam Smith, radio message from Sam Smith saying, good race guys, grazie to ragazzi. Well done. Yeah, well done Sam Smith. Winning the race, pole position, fast as that. Next race is at 22:10. So a nice long one, that'll be 15 minutes, then we'll call it a day for the streaming. So, take 10 minutes, just relax. 15 minutes grid based off the previous results. Remember, Sam Smith will be starting last. Yes, Cammy saying well done to all the IRL guys. Yes, well done to all of them. You know what, let's go over this. Oh, that's the wrong button. Where's my controller? There we go. You can go through, they're all signed in to the grid. Can't get any other views in the cars, I don't think. L? Yeah, we can get some views. There we go. The pit crew all stood in motion. As we listen to a few cars that haven't got their engines powered up yet. Damage still on the 79 car. I wonder if that's a damage of choice. 23 car looking nice as it sits silently. No engine noises from the from any of the cars, barring P1. I believe it's got his engine up. Oh, that was didn't mean to happen. Yeah, but he's got his hazards on. None of the cars powered up engine-wise though. As we look through, let's have a look at the 77 car once more. I do like that colour scheme, the white and the red. Sorry, white and the blue colour scheme looking fantastic. So not long to go, as I have got a I have got a text from Cammy abusing me. Hello MTK, how are you doing? Actually, look at you on stream right now. A couple of drivers saying that they have some internet issues in the group chat, but the advantage is not long until we head back onto track. So we're actually going to come out, just going to have a look at something else, I think. Let's see what we can find with, just leave that on there for a minute, as we see if any cars do pop out on track. Obviously we'll be seeing the reverse grid, so I believe RTR in P6, Toyota Hybrid, it'll be starting in P1. So, if you'd like to correct me, then please do. I always like to be corrected because it's easier for me to be corrected than getting it wrong. So not long until we head back over to the endurance race, and we'll bring this down. Give me a second. Yep. Again, the Brawn, Sam Smith, championship leader, doing his best job. He seems to have a little bit of damage on the front end though. Toyota team, yeah, big Toyota team for the Hungarians. Yeah, but seems to be a bit of damage there on Sam Smith's car. So I wonder if he came a cropper against the wall at some point. Great all drivers, yeah, all the drivers here are so much more better than me. I'm better here on the microphone. That's much better where I am. No damage though on the number 39 car of FC. He's looking for a strong result here in the sprint race. Obviously half the distance of the normal racers. Excuse me. Managed to do calls without water. That's a smart thing, isn't it? Thanks, Sam. Nice race. Hope you're enjoying the stream though. Let's have a look at P3. That was Manta. Currently sat in third in the row in the pit lane, as we all have all the drivers run around getting ready to start their stuff. But yeah. I tell you what, we get a driver's insight. Sam, if you are still watching, which I hope you are, how was it? Was it an easy race? Was it a tough race? Have any fun? There's the P3 finisher of Dosis. There we go, Dosis, the Red Bull car. Very comfortable. I am enjoying the spectating mode on this a lot more than I am on Formula 1, which I think it just looks better as well. Here's some engine sound. Motive there from the Toyota running back on track. It's Banter. He has released himself on track. I wonder what the engine noise was. Take this off. Put this on. Manta has returned onto track for us now. I wonder what he's gone out for. Maybe a shakedown. Maybe he's done a little bit of changes on the front end of the car or the rear end. Try and make it a little bit more compliant with the faster race, which obviously should be closer now. He has been released on the track though. I wonder what he's up to. Let's follow him. There's a bit of info on him. So Sam's been saying, yeah, it was alright, mainly fuel saving and tyre saving, but up the Porsche, yeah, the Porsche is good, but it's a Brawn to me, and I'll keep calling it Brawn as I play with my pen. Sam Smith also looking to be on track now, race winner in the Brawn, the 21 car, won the endurance race now, looking to hopefully take back-to-back race wins. Sam, slow down, says MTK. I think they should also done. Let me win. Speed drivers are on track as we look at the Toyota right now. Manta was very quick, but I think suffered in the first part of the race, on the first lap. But we'll see what Manta can do at this time in the sprint race. One thing I wish I could have was would be an interior cam, so you have a driver that will be moving around, but you know. Can't have everything in a game. If you could have everything in the game, what's the way having a game? Oh, as I hit my microphone. Sam saying maybe to slowing down as we look at Manta in the Toyota. While we've got a bit of a shakedown, guys, if you want to put your favourite LMP1 car of all time, please put it in the chat. And I'll judge you for not saying the Ginetta of this year. I love that Ginetta car. Walked around the World Endurance Championship at the weekend when it was at what's it called, Silverstone, wearing a Ginetta hat. Loads of people looked to be funny, and then I met the Ginetta drivers, and actually they're lovely guys, lovely chaps. Just saying the Brawn livery was mine. Yeah, Sam, I like the Brawn. Brawn's my favourite Formula 1 car. As we look at the pole sitter of this race, the number 23 car. He's now going to be set on pole for this Grand Prix. Obviously, Grand Prix, crikey, get that out of my head. For this race, obviously all switched around for the since the results of the last race. So we'll see what everyone can do. Looking forward to this enjoyable race. I think we'll be heading towards the final in a moment, which will be the 15-minute endurance race. Look on board with R2R. Eventually I'll be able to learn names. 4 Hungarians, all in Toyotas, looking to prove themselves into this time round. Driving information. No green flags here in this practice as they do a shakedown quickly. Should be heading over to trackside in a moment. NTK is also out on track. I really wish I got some water in this 10-minute shakedown, but no. The Budapest esports team is MTK according to the car. So yeah, whoa, big accident though, 4 for 77 as we head to the final. Can't look at the replay. But he is, well, that's a way to start the race, isn't it? The 2-1, and let's head to the race. 15 minutes on the clock, guys. So, let's see what can happen. We got FC in P2 ahead of Pepe in P3, Manta in P4, Dottis in P5. MTK in P6 and Sam in P7, and remember R2R is on P1. Heading towards 5 red lights here in Suzuka, and they're away again. There's a good start from R21 and P1. FC seems to be struggling as Pepe's looking to overtake, but look at the 77 already looking down the inside. That's the wrong button entirely. The 77, big hit though on the inside of, I think that's Sam Smith, as Manta tries to pass Sam, and they have got through up towards the S's. So Pepe went out wide on this 50 minutes endurance race, and Sam's under a bit of pressure now. He's actually going to race with these guys rather than just run away with it as he tries to cut through underneath the Toyota. He's going to try it up the inside on lap 1, side by side as they go towards Degner. And they come through. Big move for Sam Smith into P3 already from P7. Oh, big oversteer moment, sorry, you see Pepe in the background trying to make up after an incident, and FC way down the field after making a mistake. I wonder if we can catch what happened to him later on. Whoa, there's a cone flying away, but right now the pole sitter is disappearing, and Sam Smith from one lap is already in P2. So let's look further back at P5. Dawson's with a penalty. It's going to hurt the Swedish driver. To P4 right now, NTK on the back of his fellow Hungarian. Let's go on board as he looks towards the move at 130 yards. Does he choose to make the move? He does not. He telegraphs like he's going to, deciding not to. He's out wide though. Big moment as he tries to catch the car. He has got the car. Luckily he slows down hard enough not to hit the back of Manta. And Manta doing his best job to stay in front. Manta is again looking for the podium that he was so cruelly denied in the first race by Dossis with the penalty. And they come up towards turn 1 now for the second time in this sprint race. Manta looking very quick though as he looks towards the back of Sam Smith, only 8 tenths away from the Brawn driver. The 919 Brawn is actually on the back of P1. The 919 looking to overtake. Oh, they clip. They're getting close to touching. And they try to go side by side. What's more, 21 trying to get up and underneath him. The race lead can't change at this moment. Sam Smith is on the back of him. But it doesn't make any move yet as the 919 has to bail out. And attempting to move, he's on the back of him. You see the 2 lights illuminated by the number board showing what position he's in. And look at Manta. Manta's looking at the outside now. That's not Manta. That is Manta though. As he makes contact with Sam Smith. Him and Sam Smith touching. And now MTK's through. Dossis is looking to overtake now as well. These guys get very ferocious knowing they won't be playing with these cars again for another week. So the teams can repair them and send them back out on track. P1 is still there. Sam Smith looks the inside line on MTK. But doesn't get the esports labelled driver. Sam Smith and the Brawn right on the back as MTK looks the inside line at 130R. Let's see if we can catch this. What will happen? F3 wide to 130R. Does Sam Smith bail out? He does a lot. And look at that. R2R having to bail out wide. And he makes big contact with Sam Smith. Championship leaders off. And a big accident there. Sam Smith is in the barrier. We'll see if we can catch what happens. Oh no, he's stuck. I want a replay cam on this as we do go through here. Go on board with Sam Smith. He just gets a big wallop by the Hungarian into the barrier. And that's his hopes of winning the race over. And he's still stuck. Is he still there now? He is only just getting out. And I think that'll be going straight to the stewards' inquiries. So, Dossis now, P3, ahead of Pepe, P4. Manta is hunting down NTK in P1. But what a scary incident for Sam Smith. So what can Pepe do? He had the pace in the first race to try and get on the podium, but I think he had a few incidents. And Dossis now is the number 1 car. Is looking to stay in P3 or possibly improve on it from his last result. Pepe's not having any of it though. He's getting the move, trying to go down the inside towards the front to Spoon. He's on the grass trying to overtake him. But the Toyota having to bail out as the 919 is just too twitchy. And Pepe with a time penalty now. what an interesting first 5 minutes of the race. As here comes once again Pepe, looking very quick in a straight line compared to the 919. But for Toyota now through 130R, again had to lift off to the penalty. They all come filtering back through Casino and down into turn 1. Race leader right now is NTK, who finished in P2 last time, with the 77 car ahead of Manta in P2. And then Dossis, the number 1 car, is in P3, where he finished the last race. He's looking to improve on that. He thinks he's quicker. Manta's made a mistake. Now is his chance for opportunity to make an opportune move. Up and down his turn into a bit of contact, a little bit of a wiggle from the Porsche. They're both off into the gravel, and now Pepe into P2. And Dossis hasn't improved at all because he's in P3. Let's look at that again. On board with Dossis, and he comes through. Manta goes wide. Dossis thinking about move. They skim a little bit. Dossis then hits the curve, then oversteers into the gravel, and they both go off at the S's. And I have to say, that looks to be entirely Dossis' fault. So Dossis in an attempt for P2 has actually ended up in P3 still. Manta's going to think, crikey, right, let's get through. I want to be here now. I'm an with him. Right now, it's a Hungarian 1 and 2 between Pepe and MTK. Go on board with Manta, see how close he is to the back of Dossis. Sam Smith still driving, currently in P7. Got some pace in that 919. Championship leader looking to make damage control now after such a big incident earlier on in the race. Keep your eyes on Manta, who's under 5 tenths away. He's gone very fast through 130R, didn't really lift. So look at that again. I think we shall. Just look at that. Yeah, just tyres give up on grip. Go back onto live racing now. It seems that he might have made an attempt actually, so let's oh yeah, let's go even further back now, because that's the button I wanted to press. But yeah, let's follow this down, because it didn't look like there was any battles brewing right now as we look at Manta once more. Did he make an attempt on Dossis in front? Yeah, looking very close through here. So what happened? Did Manta just let off the throttle, or was there an issue? Yeah, I think Manta was just slow off the corner, and that has given it all to Dossis right now, who's actually catching Pepe in P2. 7 tenths away is the gap from Dossis to Pepe. The Red Bull car trying to catch the 79 car, and Dossis is very close. The 919 looking to make it a 919 in a Toyota sandwich, as we see R2R pitting. 6 minutes on the clock in this sprint race. It's gone by absolutely crackers so far. That made actually no sense, but that will do. The 919 on the back of Pepe. Pepe going wide. Now's the 919's best chance. What can we see from the Swedish driver as Dossis on the back of the Hungarian Pepe? What can the 79 do in response? 919 deploying all his power as it runs down towards 130R. Doesn't peek out for a move yet as he looks towards the inside at the chicane. Can he make it to the Casino chicane? He thinks about it but doesn't go for it yet. Now heading towards the run down to turn 1. Lapping R2R, the pole sitter who's in pit lane to repair damage or to deal with a penalty as he heads towards turn 1. Can Pepe still defend for the second position right now as we look at the Hungarian into turn 1? And Dossis all okay. The car struggling a little bit under braking though for the 919. Dossis charging as close as he can. 5 minutes 40 on the clock, and it seems to be MTK's best result so far, well, at least from what I've seen. Obviously we missed a round of the Invictus Championship, and there's a big slide there. I think let's have a look at a replay of that. Go on board with the Hungarian, sorry, the Swedish driver. What happened? Yeah, did a wheel on the AstroTurf, had to lift off and power it round. Well done to him for catching that. Back to live footage. Come through the hairpin wide, though, comes Dossis, and Manta's going to think right. Oh, Manta's gone a little bit wide as well, but he's going to think right. So Dossis is making mistakes. Maybe I can get through and make a move myself. Right now, RTR is sat in the pit lane. I wonder if that's down to a penalty being given to him by the stewards. Wide though goes Dossis, and Manta's getting closer. P4 could turn to P3 soon for the Hungarian. Trying to get the right camera angle so I can see part of the bodywork on the car. Under a second now is the gap. Manta's going as hard as he can. The car complaining on turning. And now back down towards turn 1 for the 7th time this race. I believe 7th. Yeah, the 7th time this race. Passing once more R2R, who caused that major collision between himself and Sam Smith. Sam Smith currently behind the other Brawn car. And a little bit slow for Manta now. I wonder if Manta's got a problem in the Fanatec car. Doesn't look like there's any major problem though for the man with the striped car as he tries to get on the back of the Swedish driver. 3 minutes on the clock. P1 is the 77 car of MTK who's running up to the hairpin now. Pepe is in P2 ahead of Dossis in P3. P4 is Manta, who's enjoying his ride, looking to overtake Dossis as quickly as possible. P5 is FC, who started in P2, really struggling this time round in the 39 car. And P6 is the championship leader of Sam Smith. After a brutal accident, is still trying to improve on his time. P7 would be the R2R car. Heavily damaged is the Suzuka. Is the car with Suzuka on the side of it. The track we're at right now, so he's staying in pit lane. I think he's been put on the naughty step. Has the Hungarian. Nice helmet though. Seems to be getting close to a move though between Manta and Dossis as we head to the last 2.5 minutes of the race. And Manta powering as hard as he can behind Dossis. No GRS on these cars, just the hybrid consumption. What can he do as he looks through? Under a second now between him and the Red Bull car. Firestone labelled Firestone labelled tyres, there we go, completely ran out of words. Firestone labelled tyres on Manta's car as he looks to overtake Dossis, who I believe has not got Firestone cars. I think he's got Michelin tyres. Obviously he does, Michelin tyres on the Red Bull car, who is trying to catch Pepe. He's quick through this. No, big mistake for Dossis. Now's Manta's chance. Manta through for P3. Let's have a look at what happened to Dossis on the replay camera. On board as he comes through towards Degner. And there's he wide. I'm getting all these corners names drastically wrong. And that has just thrown away a consecutive 3rd place for the Swedish driver. Back to live racing now. And it looks like Sam is getting close to his teammate. Or I'm assuming they're teammates, so they're the same livery. That's why I'm assuming they're teammates. But you see now Pepe trying to defend for P2 on the map, last minute of the race. So one more lap for all of these drivers, I believe. Maybe not the Brawn cars though. They're a little bit far behind. It'd be nice to get them. Yeah, I think they'll get the last lap. Looking at Manta now. Could say he was gifted P3 in this race, but I don't think so. I think he was very much that he was the faster driver, the more consistent driver, and not taken away from Dossis, who made a mistake that time round. But yes, it was a brilliant one. 25 seconds left on the race. We'll get one more lap for all these drivers right now. Sam Smith has made a mistake. I think he had a penalty. So he lifted off. Let's have a look at what happened there. So Sam Smith, slow on the line. Oh, he's letting his teammates through. Is there something happening further back? Don't think I've got the replay that far back. Ooh. And we are on to the final lap of the race now here in Suzuka. And MTK, whoops, wrong button. MTK doing his best job right now to win the race. Man with the anime girls and his helmet. Best lap was a last lap time was a 147 I think it was, sorry. Let's have a check again. Yeah, 147.1. Running up towards 130R for the final time this week in IRL LMP1, LMP series. The 919 was victorious in the first race, but this time it's going to be Toyota that's going to win in Suzuka. And he whipping from NTK, little bit, and he crossed the line to win the race. Well done, NTK. Here's Pepe. Had the pace in race 1, but ended up having a difficult race. He's going to finish in P2. Well done to the 79 car. Well done to Manta in P3 and Dossis in P4. Commiserations to Sam Smith and FC, who finished in P5 and P6. But we're going to keep following the winner of the race, and that was MTK. Well done to him. Best lap time was a 1:45.0. So well done to the Toyota. Hazard's lights wearing as the cars now come. That's the sprint race over. That's 2 very, very enthralling races that I very much enjoy commentating on. Victory goes to MTK this time round. Well done to him. He gained 5 places in that race. Well, that's a phenomenal drive for the Hungarian. Well, I think that's it. I very much enjoyed this event. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to the IRL drivers for letting me commentate on them as I drop my controller and break a lot of things. Oops. Thank you to the IRL drivers for letting me commentate on them. Thank you to the IRL admins for giving me a chance. I hope that I'll see you next week in the next event. But if I'm not here, then you know that I've been fired. Nonetheless, my name is JB. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, hopefully here for the GT Sport LMP series. Have a very good weekend, and I'll see you next week. I'll see you again soon. Ta-ra, guys!